Grace's displeasure and my imprisonment are things so strange to me that what to write or what to excuse, I'm altogether ignorant. Whereas you send to me, willing me to confess a truth, and so obtain your favour, by such a one whom you know to be mine ancient professed enemy. I no sooner received this message by him than I rightly conceived your meaning.
We will bide our time and trust she will push the king's wits to sever the ties she had so painstakingly woven. Wait until the king speaks of his concern. Continue not seriously to certain parties, but well-timed words and whisper here and there will plant the seeds in the king's mind.
And if, as you say, confessing a truth indeed may procure my safety, I shall with all willingness and duty perform your duty. But let not your grace ever imagine that your poor wife will be brought to acknowledge a fault, where not so much as a thought ever proceeded. And to speak a truth, never a prince had wife more loyal in all duty and in all true affection than you have ever found in Anne Boleyn. With which name and place I could willingly have contented myself, if God and your grace's pleasure had been so pleased. Neither did I at any time so far forget myself in my exaltation or received queenship, but that I always looked for such alteration as I now find, for the grounds of my promotion being on no surer foundation than your grace's fancy, the least alteration was fit and sufficient, I knew, to draw that fancy to some other subject. You have chosen me from low estate to be your queen and companion, far beyond my desert or desire. If then you found me worthy of such honour, good your grace, let not any light fancy or bad counsel of my enemies withdraw your princely favour from me. Neither let that stain, that unworthy stain of a disloyal heart towards your good grace, ever cast so foul a blot on me, and on the infant princess, your daughter. Try me, good king, but let me have a lawful trial, and let not my sworn enemies sit as my accusers and as my judges. Yea, let me receive an open trial, for my truth shall fear no open shame. Then you shall see either my innocence cleared, your suspicions and conscience satisfied, the ignominy and slander of the world stopped, or my guilt openly declared, so that whatever God and you may determine of, your grace may be freed from an open censure. And my offence being so lawfully proved, your grace may be at liberty, both before God and man, not only to execute worthy punishment on me as an unfaithful wife, but to follow your affection already settled on that party for whose sake I am now as I am, whose name I could some while since have pointed unto, your grace being not ignorant of my suspicions therein. Jesus, take me in the soul. Jesus, receive my soul. But if you have already determined of me that not only my death, but an infamous slander must bring you the joy of your desired happiness, then I desire of God that he will pardon your great sin herein, and likewise my enemies, the instruments thereof. And that he will not call you to a straight account for your unprincely and cruel usage of me at his general judgment seat, where both you and myself must shortly appear, and in whose just judgment I doubt not, whatsoever the world may think of me, mine innocency shall be openly known and sufficiently cleared. My last and only request shall be, that myself only bear the burden of your grace's displeasure, and that it may not touch the innocent souls of those poor gentlemen whom, as I understand, are likewise in strait imprisonment for my sake. If ever I have found favour in your sight, if ever the name of Anne Boleyn have been pleasing in your ears, then let me obtain this request. and so I will leave to trouble your grace any further, with mine earnest prayer to the Trinity to have your grace in his good keeping, and to direct you in all your actions. From my doleful prison in the Tower, the 6th of May. Your most loyal and ever faithful wife, Anne Boleyn.